One of the most valuable things we can have in this world is time. The time Hashem gives us is so precious. We see our lives as never ending and a right and for our own pleasure and owed to us and this and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, none of that is true. We didn't deserve any of this. Hashem gave us this opportunity, gave us life, gave us a chance out of His kindness. And by seeing it as a right, and by seeing it as something that is owed to us and about our own fun and pleasure, by doing that, it's disrespectful to Hashem, even if it's by accident, and it makes us further away from Him. But on the contrary, when we appreciate this opportunity that Hashem gave us, and we search for Him, and we want to do good for Him, and we want to use our time wisely and properly for Him because of the opportunity He gave us, then we become very close to Him. So we just need to acknowledge the opportunity we have. We just need to acknowledge that we didn't deserve to be here. Hashem, out of His kindness, put us here. We don't deserve any of this, but Hashem gives it to us anyways. And with that in mind, we're bound to become closer to Him, because that's all He wants, is for us to get closer to Him and to get others closer to Him and to sacrifice a bit for Him. Hashem doesn't need us to do somersaults and backflips and be the perfect person overnight. He knows it's the process. He created it. But He just wants us to try harder, to do more, to connect to Him, to love Him, to search for Him, to talk about Him, to think about Him. That's all He wants. And when we do that, we open up an entire new world that we never knew existed. A world where we're a vessel for Hashem. And we can project His light, and others project it towards us. When you go to synagogue and you go to learn and you go to shiur Torah, you're using your time so wisely, because when you do a good deed, it's with you forever. There's no limit to how one Torah class could help you for your entire life. You know how many times I've read one extra line or like one extra paragraph in a book, just force myself, okay, one more paragraph, and that extra paragraph was life-changing. And you never forget these lessons you learn in Torah. Whereas when you do a sin, it lasts for 5 minutes, or you do a sin, you do a few sins, or you get lazy and you lose out on a mitzvah and you stay home and you waste your time. That you're never going to enjoy from it. It's gone. That time is gone. But when you go to a Torah lesson, or you go volunteer and you help people, or you just help your grandmother do something around the house, when you do things like that, these good deeds, they stay with you. And then your time was used wisely. And because the worst thing in life is regret and missed opportunities. And after 120 years, Bezrat Hashem, we're going to be in front of Hashem. And when we're in front of Hashem, there's not going to be any questions, like no excuses. He's going to put everything in front of us. We're going to see all the time we had, all the opportunities we had, all of our potential, everything He gave us, our mission, what we should have done, what we could have done, and what we did. There's not going to be, there's no excuses when you're up in heaven with Hashem. It's the most high-tech thing you can imagine. Hashem is the perfect accountant. And our souls are bound to Him. So we're going to see everything perfectly. What we did, how we did it, what we could have done. And not only all that, but what would have happened if we would have done that good deed. How it's actually an infinite process, and how it's a snowball effect, and it would have led to so many more good deeds. So that's really the the pain in a missed opportunity, because what seems like it's only one beautiful good deed was actually the secret to 100,000 more good deeds. So remember that, guys. Hashem gives us time. He gives us years and years to connect to Him. Let's use this time to connect to Him, to help others. And let's do it in joy. It's Sukkot coming up. Let's be very happy. It's one of the most happy holidays of the year, Sukkot. It's a Torah commandment. Even before the Rabbanan, it's a deoraita from the Torah that says we have to Vesamachta vechagecha v'ayita chag sameach, if I'm not mistaken. And there's other verses that says we have to rejoice on this beautiful holiday. So thank you all so much for watching. And I wish you a happy Sukkot, a chag sameach, a Shavua Tov, and only good news.